pop out this chat here so I can see Twitch and YouTube chat at the same time, if I ever happen to look over, which I need to get better at. How do we look on YouTube? I really hope that's just because it's a preview. Settings, quality, 480. Now there is no reason why my quality should be stuck at 480. Wait a second. I think I know what's causing that. I hope. Theoretically, we're coming back online. Lightning, I'm just running some diagnostics. I think I had a problem with my encoder. Because my max quality on YouTube looks like is 480p when I should be streaming to YouTube in 4K. And, okay, yeah, so we're streaming to Twitch. See, the source shouldn't be 1080 on Twitch. My source should be 4K, not 4K, 2K, but I don't think I'm included in the beta right now. So 1080 might still just be the max that I can do on Twitch. But Twitch does seem to be working in its maximum. Lightning, are you on, yeah, I'm dual streaming right now. And my canvas is set to record in 4K. So I'm recording, dual streaming, everything in 4K, and then YouTube and Twitch should theoretically be receiving multiple files, everything from 240 to 4K. But I'm not seeing an option on YouTube for anything over 480. Are you seeing any better quality options on YouTube, or? Because YouTube should be getting everything. YouTube's looking good. Dude, this PC is impressive, honestly. It's dual streaming in 4K and recording all at the same time. This thing's fantastic. Okay, your phone, okay, but your phone's 1080 max, but it's getting 1080. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably just seeing only 480 here because it's a preview of my stream. So I'm gonna assume everything's working as it should be. Alright, well, shit. In the words of Skywalker, it's working! It's working! Dude, it's been such a long time coming. And I get to show off my beautiful PC here, man. And the backdrop and everything. And I got my streamer light over there. XLR microphone. My dogs are passed out on the bed next to me. Everything's good, man. So I've done a few different Skyrim mod packs in my free time, not streamed or recorded or anything. And I like some of the power fantasy ones, like not Magnum Opus. That's a Fallout one. What's it called? There's a power fantasy one where you can be like a Dwemer and summon automatons and all these different things, and it's really cool. And there's a lot of other ones that look really good. But this is the one that I found where it blends everything, where it's got like a mix of new skills, new systems. Like, it took the things that were overpowered in the original, like the stealth and the archery, and made them a little bit more realistic and harder to access. They brought in, like, there's actually like religion systems in the game where if you pray to your deity and live by the tenets of your deity, you get different bonuses, things of that nature. The economy is a bit harder. You know, things like that. It's more for like an RP focus instead of, you know, like a power fantasy. It's supposed to be a lot more difficult. And, you know, like if, say you're, one of the playthroughs I did was inspired by the Spiffing Brit. And it was, you know, it was like an archer running around the wilderness with a hunting tent, basically. And, you know, just trying to survive and live off the land and whatnot. And, you know, you running into a single bandit or even a pack of 3 wolves was treacherous. Excuse me, treacherous at best. But everything seems to be working. So, let's go make a character. One of the things that a lot of people do is use meat shields. So necromancy is really overpowered in this. What I tend to enjoy doing on Gate to Sovngarde. Yeah, Gate to Sovngarde. Gate to Sovngarde's fantastic. It was the other one that's very much like LoreRim that I'm absolutely in love with. It looks fantastic. They definitely made it a little bit harder. I don't remember why I went from Gate to Sovngarde to LoreRim. Oh, yeah, because I'm using the Wabbajack mod installer right now and linking that to Vortex because it's a little bit easier than doing it straight through Vortex like I did with Gate to Sovngarde. But yeah, I mean, I can do that one too. I just I've been really enjoying like the RP focus on this one. No, 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 no. Come on. There we go. We're gonna be a smith who's gonna be a big boy. Yeah, absolutely. It takes a long time to do Gate to Sovngarde. Honestly, that download is... it can be atrocious. I remember downloading Gate to Sovngarde, praying that it worked before I got good internet. Excuse me. It was a 3-day process just to get it working, just to get it downloaded and installed and working and everything. It took a solid 3 days, but it was worth it. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a great mod pack. I remember when I was younger and I was like, man, what I'd give to be able to play mod packs and stuff, you know, when all I had was a 360. Oh, how life comes around. I color, what was it, 285? No, I guess not. It's 2 something. Want to be blind in the eye where the scar is. There it is. 235. Oh, God. Yeah, no, you gotta have premium when you're doing that, because it auto-sorts it, too. So you'll run into a problem at the end where it won't work. And you'll have, like, 2,000 mod conflicts, because they loaded in the wrong order. You, should really get premium for that one, because it's a lot of mods, and trying to get them all installed and in the right order and not conflicting is, it's a task, to say the least. Now, they could have fixed it up a bit since then. It's been, you know, a year or so since I've dealt with that. But, that was my experience with it. But I might have just done something wrong, you know. I was new to modding at that point. That could be all it is. Well, the only advice I can give you is the advice that I know, which is you definitely should do premium if you're going to try to mess around with giant mod packs like GTS. Let's see, what are we in? Nope, that's HPH. HPH. It's high poly. Come on, where is it? What? It was in 11 something, I think. Yeah, that's one. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why is my? Why? It's weird. It's not even one of the crazy beards. Why is the texture freaking out like that? Oh, it's not the beard. It's just okay. There's something freaking the hell out. Combat anger. One. Yeah. Skyrim modded. Oh my god. Wonder what's the inspire? Is it still character suggester? Dark elf, marksman, smithing, heavy armor. Interesting. Nope. I don't want to be a dark elf on this playthrough. This is a smithing playthrough, not a illusion assassin type playthrough. What are we gonna name him? It's a good name for a Viking smith. Got any ideas, Lightning? Ah, no worries, brother. Grogan. I already used one of my good names, dang it. It's like Conan the Barbarian. I wonder if that's still under copyright. There we go. The Adventures of Ligma. No, dismembering framework has been installed successfully. Fantastic. Alright, warrior's good. Weapons deal more damage, armor penetration increased. Nothing about stamina, though. So the main thing with this character... The main thing for this character is, speechcraft, smithing... Oh, nice. You're welcome back. You're caught up to the adventures of Ligma, the Barbarian. Stamina regeneration. Yeah, I bet I sound funny in 3 times speed. I sound funny enough in regular 1 time speed. See, the increased vitality would be great. Because you get that stamina increase, and anytime you're wearing heavy armor in this mod pack, your stamina is constantly being drained until you get skills for it. The Lover Stone would be good because you also get the stamina regeneration of the Lady Stone. But you get the speech skill and a 25% chance to avoid physical damage. Which would be fantastic if we're going to be like a smith merchant type deal. And you get the stamina regeneration, but you get no bonuses to the health or attack or anything like that. So we got health and weapons, health and stamina, or stamina and speechcraft. I think we should go with the Lover Stone, though, because honestly, the stamina regeneration, and if you don't have the health, but you have a 25% chance to completely avoid a physical attack. That's pretty powerful. And speech skill being 25 higher, not 25% higher, like 25 out of 100, 25 points higher at base. That's pretty good. We still get the stamina bonus so that we don't completely run out of stamina when we're using heavy armor, in theory. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll be a lover. Ligma the lover. It makes sense. Alright, so we got 3 major skills. We'll do smithing, two-handed speech. Oh, Lord. Wish I had a moderator. Let me see. Let me go over here. Just caught your stream. Can't stay long. Drop the follow. Support your journey. Connect you with a big stream. Pulse thousands of viewers. The real views, active chatters, loyal fan base. Interesting. Yeah, I may have to check that out. Yeah, I appreciate you. Definitely taking action, but we shall see. Things will kind of go at their own pace, you know? In the meantime, I'm here. If people want to find me, well, I'll be around. If you're going to be a barbarian, you need to have stamina. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I think I'm mainly going to focus on, like, YouTube or Twitch. Well, honestly, I mean, I get... It depends because I usually have 1 or 2 viewers in the stream so far. It's usually somebody I know. So they either direct message me on Discord or, you know, in Twitch. And then I got 1 or 2 of y'all that use YouTube. But I got YouTube and Twitch chats up next to each other on a monitor here. So I can see everything. I just don't really have any moderators. And a lot of people have been warning me about, you know, like the bots that come in on different chats and, you know, spam different kinds of things that are, you know, to try to fool you and whatnot. And I don't know how to tell those apart yet because, you know, I've never been gullible, right? Right, Lightning? You've never been known to read gullible on the ceiling? No, I would never. Oh, Jesus. So 5 more minor skills. Gosh, okay, I guess we'll do block, enchanting, alchemy, can't go wrong. No, I'm not going to do anything with alchemy. But finesse and wayfarer, that's like lock-picking stuff, I think. Evasion's like dodging and whatnot, but I have heavy armor, I shouldn't really be dodging. I put 1 into archery. Yeah, I guess it couldn't hurt to put 1 into alchemy. Put 1 into evasion just in case. Maybe you can dodge in heavy armor. I don't ever do the alchemy stuff. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I haven't really needed it much. It's just, you know, every once in a while, because I don't know, you know, what kind of messages are from actual people, ones are from bots, unless I know who's sending the message. But, you know, that's only going to last so long when I've only got 1 or 2 viewers that, where I know who everyone is that's sending me a message, you know? See, this is the other thing. Gate to Sovngarde doesn't have this, I don't think. It's got like a perk system with like you can pick 2 of these or none of these. And like there's some that give you bonuses and some that, you know, they give you bonuses and some drawbacks. Like you can start out owning a home, but instead of paying everything up front, it's mortgage. So, that, you know, every month or whatever in game, like they take a certain amount of your gold or by percentage, which, you know, it's great to have a home to start with, but they're going to take your money, boy. I tried making a character earlier that had this marathon runner because I was like, oh, if I'm going to be a berserker, I can regenerate stamina while sprinting. So I'm just going to sprint in while I'm regenerating stamina, do a power attack, and sprint back out. And then I'll regenerate stamina while I'm sprinting back out, make a loop, come back in, and do another sprinting power attack, and I'll never run out of stamina, and I can always power attack. But I forgot that you always have a stamina drain when you're wearing heavy armor, so I had more stamina drain than the stamina that I was getting from uh this perk. So I had zero stamina regeneration whatsoever. I, the only way to regenerate stamina was potions. It was messed up. I forgot about that little tidbit. uh you possess a natural fight response. At 50% health, you deal 10% more damage and take 10% less damage, but you move 30% slower. Like, these perks are really cool. A lot of them are focused around mages. Like, if you're going to be a mage or a necromancer or an enchanter, a lot of these are really, really useful. But, not so many of them are melee focused. And there's a few that are bow focused. Like, focus precision's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, when you're wearing heavy armor, there's a constant stamina drain because, your armor's so heavy. So unless you've gotten the skills from it, using it enough and putting perks into it to have that where you're used to the heavy armor and the weight of it, there's a much higher stamina drain. And it's not just when you're attacking or moving, but like if you're sprinting, it drains more than if you're running, which drains more than if you're standing still. But even if you're standing still, there's a stamina drain at base. So a lot of these get really interesting. Like Iron Knees, that one's pretty fun. You take 50% less damage from enemy arrows and bolts, which is great if you're a melee build, because getting hit by those sucks. And then when you get hit with an arrow, it restores 20 stamina. So if you're out of stamina, you get hit with an arrow, it does less damage to you, and you can immediately, run to that archer and attack them with that stamina you gained. But you move 10% slower, which on top of wearing heavy armor, with that movement speed penalty, that's it's going to be rough. I do like this one. Power attacks are 25% stronger, but light attacks are 25% weaker. Because my guy's not going to be... How do you have stamina to fight? You don't. You don't. Yeah, the beginning of this mod pack is absolutely soul-crushingly brutal. Because you're not the Dragonborn, you're not a chosen hero. You're just an NPC out in the world. And it feels that way because you've got to learn your skills in order to be able to be any kind of combat effective. You run across a wolf pack of 3 wolves. Yeah, you could very easily die to that. Even if you're not playing on legendary difficulty or anything crazy like that. It's just much, much harder. Like, Gate to Sovngarde was hard. It introduced a lot of harder mechanics, and this kind of takes that and puts it on steroids. Yeah, it gets pretty gnarly. It gets really gnarly. Wanderer might be good. You start with less stamina and stamina regeneration, but for every 2 locations you find, you get more permanent stamina and stamina regeneration. It might be nice. I'm not going to be doing block. I'm not going to be a bard. I'm not going to be using pole arms. Shouts, yeah, Silent Dova might be useful. For each unspent dragon soul, you gain +5 health, magic, and stamina. You can never be a werewolf or a vampire. It's very hard but rewarding in the sense of like Dark Souls, where it's soul-crushingly difficult. But then once you achieve something and you become like good at the game and high level and spec out your build properly, it's very rewarding in like a roleplay standpoint. The mage side of things changed a lot. I think they changed every single perk in every single magic tree. And they changed the systems, and there's I think 300 some odd more spells in the game. And a lot of these perks and stuff are related to not just mana, but different schools of magic and what you can and can't learn. Yeah, I'm torn on Wanderer, and then there was another one that I was really looking at. Bulwark I did before. When standing still, you gain 200 armor rating and reflect physical damage. But trying to do melee combat while you're standing still, not very good. It is not the way. It's like, someone please walk within melee distance of me. No, Archer, stop shooting me. It was brutal. Gambler's really good. Gain 50% chance to crit. However, overall weapon damage is reduced by 40%. You land a crit, your attacks do 10% more damage for 30 seconds, and it can stack up to 5 times. So if you like run light weapons, that's a really fantastic one, because if you crit 3 times within 30 seconds, you know, you're doing pretty good. But if you don't get up to those max stacks within 30 seconds, I mean, running a two-handed super slow weapon, you're just not getting enough attacks in per second, I don't think. And there's stances too. There's melee stances. So like, you have a stance for crowd control, you have a stance for a better defense, you have a stance for single target damage, but your attacks are a lot slower. It's really cool the way that they've done this. I mean, they put so much time and effort into making such a good mod pack here. Gate to Sovngarde's fantastic, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this one just expands on it a little bit. This one's really good. Expert and Master spells are 20% weaker or shorter in duration, but every other spell, Novice, Apprentice, and Adept spells, are 20% stronger and longer lasting. That one was really good, because I don't use a lot of Master spells. Yeah. I don't know if they have I haven't seen a charger perk like that. They have one where, like I was saying, the one where you regenerate stamina when you're running. But, it was great in theory. Not good for a heavy armor build, though. I might end up doing that rage one. Ooh. Actually, no. Reading skill books grants an extra skill, but here's the kicker. Trainers cost 50% less, and if I'm doing smithing, that would really help, because you can't just smith a million iron daggers anymore. It's based on the value of what you smithed, not how many of them you crafted. So that might be very good, but every 5 levels you don't gain a perk point, which those perk points are crucial, because that's, you know, they're crucial. Yeah, we'll do that. I think we'll do skilled, because those perk points are 50% reduction in cost to the trainers is going to be necessary. And if we do the big swing, because I'm going to have a battle axe and be a Viking, so battle axes for the win. Big two-handed power attacks. Alright. Let's do it. And then I play on the classic LoreRim, not the new to LoreRim. It's a little bit easier on that. I don't really know what the differences are, but my pride puts me over here, which is probably going to be a problem. But Ligma the Smith. Born under the sign of the lover. Oh god, why is my beard still freaking out? No! Oh god. I'm gonna need all of these food items. Oh god, I may have to save and reload the game after I get through here, after I pick my start, because my beard texture is absolutely freaking out. Destiny calls to you. Okay, what's going to be the start, though? That's the thing. Now, because I'd like to have something with access to a bed, because it automatically puts you in survival mode. So you've got to sleep and you've got to stay warm and stuff like that. So something like fell in a spike pit would be terrible. Starting in a Dwemer ruin around a bunch of, you know, dwarven animunculi would be terrible, because at level 1, you know, you hit like a limp biscuit. Yeah, Ligma Smith, he's a lover. Yep, exactly. See, a merchant would be cool, because that's kind of what my guy's trying to do. But if you look over here, the options for merchant, where you can start, is Morrowind, High Rock, Hammerfell, and Cyrodiil. You can't even start in Skyrim. It's all DLC and modded continents. And being that I don't know anything about Cyrodiil, Hammerfell, or High Rock, because I haven't done those mods yet, I've heard they're fantastic and they're expansive and they have whole, you know, like it's basically another Skyrim, another continent to explore. But I don't really want to start there. So it's unfortunate that the merchant start doesn't get a choice to start in like Whiterun or something. If we want an easy start, we could join the companions. We'll have a bed and food and warmth and all that. Jailed, merchant, prisoner, yeah, addict. There, you can do all kinds of messed up starts, man. You can also jump to like halfway through the game and start out as a vampire lord, you know, with Harkon. Pilgrim? Oh, like a pilgrim to the temple? We could do that. Pilgrim to the Temple of the Divines, that would be pretty good, because I'm planning on going with Zenithar as my deity, because he's, you know, you get deity progress for smithing items, selling items, investing in shops, that kind of things. Yeah. The ones with beds are really going to be overpowered. It would be really nice, but I'm not sure if I want to have it that easy of a start. Like regular at an inn, I think you have a bed for a day, and then you have to, of course, you know, rent a bed every night. But sometimes, you know, if you're too late, the bed will already be rented out, and, you know, you just, good luck. I don't remember if Out in the Wilderness starts you with a tent. The best thing that fits the RP, to be honest with you, wouldn't be the companions. It'd probably be a regular at the inn, or like a roadside ambush. But if I did a roadside ambush, I'm probably not making out of there alive. A pilgrim to the Temple of the Divines may not be bad. We could do from overseas. No, because I'm a Nord. That wouldn't make sense. Okay, well, I guess we'll do Out in the Wilderness. And hopefully it spawns me with a tent and stuff. Either out in the wilderness, or, you know, a pilgrim going to the Temple of Divines, because that would be, you know, my deity is Zenithar, so it could be like a pilgrimage that he's taking to pray to Zenithar, to bless the shop he's trying to open. I think that makes some sense, honestly. It kind of fits my streaming stuff, too. God, please let this shit work. Oh, Lord. What do you think, Lightning? Maybe jailed. You got drunk and punched a guard. You at least start with a bed. You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. That fits. Where's the prisoner option? Jailed. Okay, we at least have to be jailed somewhere that has a carriage. Oh, you know what? No. Quick save so you can go back just in case. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Destiny.
Alright. Where is jailed? I guess we just hit random and see where we end up. I mean, if you got drunk and punched a guard, you were so drunk you blacked out. You never know where you're going to wake up, at least in my experience. Oh, well, here we go. Let's see where we start. And then I might have to fix my beard texture, because that's going to drive me crazy. Blasted, unless I choose to serve my time, I'll have to find a way out of here and find my belongings. Oh no! What the hell is this? I don't want to fight a frost astronaut right now. That's fucked. That's fucked. Wait, is it just me or does my guy look like Kratos? I didn't even notice that. He does, he looks like Kratos. Huh. I may have to change that so I don't get sued. Shit. Great sword, sure. Leather armor. Oh, yay, and a mage hood. Fantastic. Oh, but I got the Armorer's Encyclopedia. Craftsmanship unlocked. Nice. I can make basic leather and steel stuff, or leather and iron stuff. Out in the wilderness. Use tanning racks and whatnot. I'm just gonna sleep and serve my time and find out where I'm at. Yeah, I know, I thought it was a guard's jail. It might be a vampire den or something. Wait, am I in Morrowind? I better not be in Morrowind. I hit random, but I was assuming it put me in Tamriel and Skyrim. Where am I? Oh, Winterhold. Yep, that explains the Frost Astronaut. Okay, hey, I'm a Nord starting in Winterhold. That makes sense. Oh, Lord, please tell me my beard texture's not freaking out still. Never forget who you are, boy. I'm Ligma. Good Lord. Yeah, there's a texture freaking out right now. That's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna have to save and reload. Okay, but yeah, see my stamina at the bottom left there isn't draining right now. Because I don't have heavy armor on, so that's good. Gotta remember what mods are installed. Is there the Clamber mod installed? Yes, there is. Okay, fantastic. And then what buttons was it? It was F1, 2, and 3, I think? Change stances? Yeah, okay. Stance 1, stance 2, stance 3. Alright, we'll do stance 1. That's the single target heavy damage attack. Oh, I'm cold. I'm a Nord. Shut up. Vikings don't get cold. Says the guy that lived in Colorado in negative 20 degrees. Walked through a blizzard to find a job.
And the divines. Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves. Take a look.
Is the stream still stable, Mr. Lightning? In times like these, merchants be ripping off about anyone. Oh, great. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm sorry. You want 1,000 gold for cloth padding? Dude. I'm getting a little bit of frame rate issues, but I think I can fix that.
All right, then.
I think it's my frame generation, possibly? Or it could be trying to upscale. But we did the character creation. I didn't think it'd take quite this long. Yeah, stuttering issues and stuff. Yeah, okay. I gotta see if I can fix that. My encoder's overloaded. So I still got some things to work out. But I'll figure all that out. Oh, my war paint just changed randomly. Everything is crashing. Alright, so everything's crashing. Everything's going to hell. My encoder's overloaded. My frame rate dropped like crazy. So I got some settings I gotta fix and stuff still. Right? So I'm gonna save here. And this is gonna be the start of Ligma. Theoretically, if I don't lose this save file, if things don't crash. But I appreciate you being here. I'm Byron. This is Breakneck Productions. And we'll get it sorted one day. One day everything will be smooth and in proper resolution. The perfectionist in me just cannot accept 1080p when I have equipment for 4K. So, I'll get it figured out. We'll be back. Cannot perform 10-bit encode on AMD H264 encoder, OBS.
To fix the 10-bit encoding issue with the AMD H264 encoder in OBS, change the video color format to NV12, which is an 8-bit option found in the advanced settings. Alternatively, you can switch to HEVC or AV1 if you need HDR.
Oh, he lives.
I do live. Hello, hello. How you doing?
Hello. What are you bringing for this round? Because I suggest you bring one regular weapon.
Oh, what are we doing?
I'm gonna try to do a blue gate.
Blue gate's not usually bad.
No, but I have things for you.
Oh. I see.
What do you have for weapons that you would bring?
I'm going to bring, I think it was a patina that
No, fuck Patina. Don't bring it.
yeah, well, it's what I have and it's been in my inventory forever.
Fair.
Let me see. I don't have any dropped frames. 10 megabytes per second.
Yeah, you were frozen when I logged in.
Yeah, no, it